I moved in with Riptide. The monster made a grab for me. I rolled aside and stabbed him in the thigh. I was hoping to see him disintegrate, but this monster was much too big and powerful. "Get Annabeth!" I yelled at Grover. He rushed over, grabbed her invisibility cap, and picked her up while Clarice and I tried to keep Polyhemus distracted. I have to admit, Clarice was brave. She charged the Cyclops again and again. He pounded the ground, stomped at her, grabbed at her, but she was too quick. And as soon as she made an attack, I followed up by stabbing the monster in the toe or ankle or hand. But we couldn't keep this up forever. Eventually we would tire, or the monster would get in a lucky shot. It would only take one hit to kill us. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Grover carrying Annabeth across the rope bridge. It wouldn't have been my first choice, given the man-eating sheep on the other side, but at the moment, it looked better than this side of the chasm, and it gave me an idea. "Fall back!" I told Clarice. She rolled away as the Cyclops fish smashed down on the olive tree beside her. We ran for the bridge. Polyphemus was right behind us. He was cut up and hobbling from so many wounds, but all we done is slow him down and make him mad. "Grind you to sheep chow," he promised. "1,000 curses on nobody!" "Faster!" I told Clarice. We tore down the hill. The bridge was our only chance. Grover had just made it to the other side and was setting Annabeth down. We had to make it across too before the giant caught us. "Grover!" I yelled. "Get Annabeth's knife!" His eyes widened when he saw the Cyclops behind us, but he nodded like he understood. As Clarice and I scrambled across the bridge, Grover began sawing at the ropes. The first strand went snap. Polyphemus bounded after us, making the bridge sway wildly. The ropes were now half cut. Clarice and I drove for solid ground, landing beside Grover. I made a wild slash with my sword and cut the remaining ropes. The bridge fell away into the chasm, and the Cyclops howled with delight, because he was standing right next to us. "Failed!" he said gleefully. "Nobody failed!" Clarice and Grover tried to charge him, but the monster swatted them aside like flies. My anger swelled. I couldn't believe I'd come this far. Lost Tyson, suffered through so much only to fail, stopped by a big stupid monster in his baby blue tuxedo kilt. Nobody was going to swat down my friends like that. I mean, nobody. Not nobody. You know what I mean. Strength coursed through my body. I raised my sword and attacked, forgetting that I was hopelessly outmatched. I jabbed the Cyclops in the belly. When he doubled over, I smacked him on the nose with the hilt of my sword. I slashed and kicked and bashed until the next thing I knew, Polyhemus was sprawled on his back, dazed and groaning, and I was standing above him, the tip of my sword hovering over his eye. Polyhemus moaned. "Percy!" Grover gasped. "How did you—" "Please, no!" Cyclops moaned, pitifully staring up at me. His nose was bleeding. A tear welled in the corner of his half-blind eye. "My sheepies need me. I'm trying to protect my sheep." He began to sob. I had won, and all I had to do was stab. One quick strike. "Kill him!" Clarice yelled. "What are you waiting for?" Cyclops sounded so heartbroken, just like Tyson. "He's a Cyclops," Grover warned. "Don't trust him." I knew he was right. I knew Annabeth would have said the same thing. But Polyhemus sobbed, and for the first time it sank in that he was a son of Poseidon too, like Tyson, like me. How could I just kill him in cold blood? "We only want the fleece," I told the monster. "Will you agree to let us take it?" "No!" Clarice shouted. "Kill him!" The monster sniffled. "My beautiful fleece, prize of my collection. Take it, cruel human. Take it and go in peace." "I'm gonna step back slowly," I told the monster. "One false move." Polyhemus nodded like he understood. I stepped back, and as fast as a cobra, Polyhemus smacked me off the edge of the cliff. "Foolish mortal!" he bellowed, rising to his feet. "Take my fleece! Ha! I'll eat you first!" He opened his enormous mouth, and I knew that his rotten molars were the last things I would ever see. Then something went whoosh over my head, and thump! A rock the size of a basketball sailed into Polyhemus's throat. A beautiful three-pointer, nothing but net. The Cyclops choked, trying to swallow the unexpected pill. He staggered backward, but there was no place to stagger. His heels slipped. The edge of the cliff crumbled, and the great Polyhemus made chicken wing motions that did nothing to help him fly as he tumbled into the chasm. I turned. Halfway down the path to the beach, standing completely unharmed in the midst of a flock of killer sheep, was an old friend. "Bad Polyhemus," Tyson said. Not all Cyclopses are nice as we look. Tyson gave us the short version. Rainbow, the hippocampus, who'd apparently been following us ever since Long Island Sound, was waiting for Tyson to play with him. He'd found Tyson sinking beneath the wreckage of the CSS Birmingham and pulled him to safety.